Hello, Dolphin families! Welcome to another edition of Bedtime Stories with Mrs. Moodry and Stevie the Sloth. This week we have a story that relates to our character trait for the month of June, which is courage. In this story, you're going to meet two students who are given a challenge. And instead of following the same path as everyone else, they use their imaginations and try something new. So as we're reading, I want you to listen for different ways that these characters show courage. Sometimes we think of courage meaning that you do something big and brave, but courage can sometimes be about being brave in your thinking and your actions and choices. So let's dive into the book, Going Places. Going Places, written by Peter and Paul Reynolds. Raphael had been waiting all year long for the Going Places contest, a chance to build a go-kart, race it, and win. When their teacher announced, "Who would like the first kit?" Raphael's hand shot up. The rest of the class watched enviously as Raphael walked back to his seat with the kit. Mrs. Shonda assured them, "Don't worry, you'll all be getting one." And they are all exactly alike. There's a whole bunch of boxes there with kids' names on them, and each kit looks the same. The kit came with a set of precise instructions. That made Raphael happy. He was very good at following directions. Raphael hammered and glued, nailed and assembled his kit. His go-kart looked just like the one in the directions. He was feeling quite proud. Raphael wondered how his classmate Maya was doing. She lived right next door. He peered over the fence. "Hey, Maya, you haven't even started." Maya didn't respond. She was so intent on watching the bird in front of her and quickly sketching it that she didn't even notice Raphael. Then she put her pencil down and stared at the bird dreamily. Raphael shrugged and let her be. The next morning, Raphael checked back in to see how Maya was doing. "Wow, what is that?" he asked. Maya grinned. "You like it?" Raphael responded slowly. Yeah, extremely cool, but Maya, there's just one little problem. That's not a go-kart." Maya smiled. "Well, who said it had to be a go-kart?" Raphael was confused. The set of instructions inside the box were for a go-kart. But then again, they didn't say it had to be a go-kart. He looked again at Maya's contraption, and after a moment, he grinned. I get it. Hey, Maya, I really want to win this race. The instructions never said we couldn't team up either." And so they did, working late into the evening. The next day, everyone gathered for the big race. Each go-kart was a perfect replica of the other. Replica means the same. Except one. One of the kids laughed. "Looks like you had trouble with the Going Places instructions. You're going places, all right. You're going to lose." Maya and Raphael didn't even have time to respond because the announcer's big, boomy voice called out, "Attention racers, start your engines. 4, 3, 2, 1. A buzzer sounded. "And they're off." While all the other go-karts disappeared in a cloud of dust, Maya just sat there in their motionless vehicle. Raphael shouted over the roar of engines and cheering crowds. "Maya, what are you waiting for?" "No worries, Raphael," Maya answered. "Flaps down, throttle up." And now they took off into the air. The other contestants looked up in amazement. Maya and Raphael hovered and then sped past them all. Before long, Maya and Raphael coasted across the finish line to the cheers of the waiting crowd. They kept rolling clear across the race grounds. Maya slammed the brakes, stopping just short of the lake at the edge of the school field. Raphael noticed a startled frog leap up from a lily pad and then dive into the water. He raised his eyebrow and looked at Maya. She smiled. Raphael, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Raphael just nodded. What do you think they're thinking? That is a pretty amazing invention. I wonder what you'd call it. And that, Dolphin Families, is Going Places. Now, I really enjoyed this book because it shows two characters that have a lot of courage. The first way they showed courage is that they tried something different. All the other characters in the book made the go-kart the same exact way, but they showed courage in trying something different and something new. They also believed in themselves, which is another way of showing courage, because even though everyone else was following the same exact pattern, they had an idea and the courage to use their own way of thinking to solve the problem. So, I hope you enjoyed this week's story, and I look forward to seeing you next week for a new bedtime story.